you've been from the start. We're down the highway, broke the limit, we hit the top.
It's a hot summer night in London, England, as we bring you SummerSlam live for What's Up Wrestling. Several matches, several titles, several amounts of pride, all of it on the line.
Broke all the rules, played all the
I feel you, I want you, I know your touch is all I need. I'm waiting.
And speaking of pride, that's what this one is all about. We saw just last week Kitty and Riley spending a lot of the match going at it. And now one-on-one, it'll be Riley Everett taking on the cheerleader of the council, Kitty. Will Kitty be able to climb Mount Everett and snatch victory? Or will Riley manage to tumble down a field of avalanche upon the council? As we know, Iida Atsuko, Riley's partner, will be defending her women's championship later on tonight against Emily Stratfield in that Iron Woman matchup. Hopefully this match will prove as inspiration for Iida. And maybe tonight will be a Glow Girls night here on the Night One of SummerSlam. Magnificent job pumping up this crowd, getting them ready for the night. This is the match that is setting the tone as it is. Really an excellent superstar in order to get that all out of the way. And now here comes Kitty. And she's being accompanied by Stephanie, it looks like. Stephanie is willing to play cheerleader for the council's cheerleader. Stephanie has swore that SummerSlam will be a council event. It very well could start here tonight. A lot of pressure on Kitty's shoulders right now. As you know, Stephanie does not deal well with failure. Kitty and Riley. Looks like the two of them are actually going to share a bit of a handshake. A bit surprising there. But there you have it. Riley coming out and right to a backhanded chop by Kitty. And now finally getting in that standing Hurricane Rana. I suppose that was her attempt earlier. The handshake coming as a huge surprise. As we know that Riley Everett and Iida Atsuko has had their problems with the council in the past. And 2 and 3. Very quickly, Riley putting Kitty away with the Mount Everett. Just out of nowhere, finishing this one off quick. There we see it, Mount Everett, before I could even call it. Stephanie McMahon must not be pleased with this one. All we saw from Kitty was that backhanded chop, and there we see the 3 count. Riley Everett sending a message that the council just is not ready for tonight. Certainly this is not the way the council had prepared for this one. There's our little announcer letting everyone know the rules of this Iron Woman matchup. It is Anywhere's Fall and a 15-minute time limit. No disqualifications. You just basically fight until the timer runs out. I'm sure Emily wasn't expecting to be coming out so soon. But here she is, ready, willing, and able to challenge for her women's championship matchup. Or just her championship, not just the matchup. And then, of course, lost just a week prior to Battleground, but was already booked in that Council versus Evil Girls matchup. Not exactly able to challenge for a rematch, have a rematch, and so this tonight is her rematch. Emily successful here tonight is one title brought back to the council. Given the showing of earlier with Kitty and Riley, it would be rather surprising if Emily were to lose. It's just like Stephanie, Emily is not exactly one to accept failure, even from her own teammates. And here she comes, the women's champion. Just last week we saw the Glow Girls assisting Lilac in her matchup against the council, and that almost would have been a 3-on-1 assault, but turned out to be a fantastic all-over assault, basically. It's an out-of-control combat situation. The Glow Girls and Lilac coming out on top. Hopefully, Iida Atsuko will be able to claim the same here tonight. Winged Goddess is ready for this one, winning that Battle Royal for her contract. Emily would steal the title, but would successfully, well, win it against Sasha in this very matchup. That being the Iron Woman match. Therefore, Emily challenged Iida to the exact same match, hoping for similar results. Emily was able to get a score of 5 last time. We'll see if she can either beat or deny herself that record. And that is what this one is all about. Emily appears ready, confident. Iida warming up. You see the 15-minute timer in the top right corner, and here we go. Both women meeting in the center of the ring, and it's Emily taking over with a side headlock. And now wrenching back on Iida's arm. But Iida managing to fight back. Side headlock of her own. Just putting in the torque. Squeezing the head. Putting in the damage. And I doubt Emily is going to be tapping out at this early stage. Iida into the ropes. Back into a knee. Crushing her guts. Emily bringing her back up, and with a jawbreaker, Iida falls flat. And Emily once more just kicking and now dusting her hands, already calling this one over. And a hard strike there by Iida. Atsuko reminding Emily that she is still in this one, and now a kick to the side of the head. Elbow to the top of the head, and oh! It looked as though Iida was ready to take a page out of Roxie's book, but to no avail. Emily catching her with that backbreaker. Iida countering it from behind, kick to the back of the knee, and oh, nice backdrop by the women's champion. Referee keeping close, and it looks like these women are going for some quick submissions. There are no rope breaks in the Iron Woman Challenge. We are very close to losing out on 2 minutes. And this thing has just been going back and forth. Iida taking out the arm, hoping to weaken Paradise. And of course, Emily can use Paradise with both hands, and Iida now coming out to the... Oh, it looks like Emily was trying to guillotine Iida off the top rope with that elbow. And now, wait, what's Iida doing? Iida superplexing. No! Emily straight to the outside, taking the both of them out. This is exactly where the large majority of the Emily-Sasha Banks matchup happened. And as I said, it is falls count anywhere. Now, Emily just ramming Iida right into the ring apron and now kicking her chest. Emily, perhaps one of the most vicious vixens here in What's Up Wrestling. Her style is just a vicious assault of kicks and hits. But Iida fighting back, and she's well known for her kicks as well as her athleticism. There's another backdrop. Unfortunately, our single camera is a bit of a hindrance here. Trying to give you as much of the action as possible, and Emily just dropped onto her back, and we're now down to 11 minutes left. Emily fighting back, dropping Iida's face, and now just rubbing the pain into her, really salt into her wounds with that crying taunt. Iida coming in from behind again, German suplex. And now an armbar. Is Emily going to tap out? No, Emily manages to come out, basically tapping her fist against Iida's face. Trying again for that choke drop, but Iida fighting out of it, and neck breaker. Back of Iida's head dropped across Emily's shoulder. Now we have passed the first 5-minute mark. And there is yet to be a point. This one could go with no points, at which point Iida will be retaining by default. Iida trying to choke out Emily, but Emily fighting back, managing to get out, elbow to the head. And Emily once again throwing Iida, and now punching her repeatedly. Again, that vicious style on display. And Iida managing to fight back, getting Emily to her feet, suplex, and another suplex down on that hard bats. Emily countering out, hard elbow to the face. Emily really enjoying using the barricade, and now the ring post. And again. What's Emily going for here? Elbow drop straight onto the back from the top rope. Iida walking Emily straight to the barricade. Emily fighting back, though. Emily seems to be suffering the effects of that superplex earlier. Now what's Emily going for here? Will it be Paradise? And it is Paradise straight to the head. And it's the first pinfall of the match. Will it be the first point? 2. And no! No, Iida gets the shoulder up. No point for Emily just far. And we are just 7 minutes and change. Almost at the halfway point here. We've come close to some points, but not yet. As this fight continues on the outside. And Iida just thrown onto that announce table. Unfortunately, none of our fans have been selected for the call on this one. So I don't think any of them wanted to be up here for this one. And Emily again going to the top. And once more, elbow drop. Straight to the spine. And Iida surprisingly once again fighting through the pain. Showing herself a pure women's champion. Exercising that women's fighting spirit. Another hard kicks to the gut. And to the side of the head. And Iida practically falling on top of Emily. And here it comes with pinfall cover. 2 and 3. Yes! Iida scores a point. Iida's in the lead. 1-0. Though Emily still has 6 minutes to turn things around. And Iida now absorbing in the fan support. She knows she can do this. Walk out of here, the women's champion. And maybe, hopefully, no longer have to deal with the council ever again. Emily's still down. Iida's stopping her away on her. And that hard shot and just knees into the back. And again, Iida going for the cover. She wants that safety net. 2 and no safety net for Iida as the referee rushes away, knowing just how violent these two women can get. And now Iida with the baseball bat. As we said, there are no disqualifications, and Iida just cracking the bat over Emily's head. And again, down across the back, and once more. Now Emily's stealing the bat. Emily's not going to use it. She is more of a fist fighter. So she has no qualm with using the environment. You see time and time again. And once more, Emily off the top. Will she hit? Yes. The third elbow drop connects. And now Emily showing off one of her favorites. Heavy athleticism. And a hard shot running right through the women's champion. Knee to the face. And Iida once again thrown into that barricade. It's just shot after shot. We are now to 4 minutes. Emily going for a pit of desperation here, perhaps. 2 and just a 2 count. Emily perhaps growing a bit more frustrated. Waiting now as Iida gets to her feet. Could it be a second Paradise shot? And yes, it is a second Paradise shot. 2 Paradise shots. Will this be it? Will Emily tie the match? 2. And no! Iida holding on. And Emily is in disbelief. She cannot believe what she is going through here. Just like Stephanie, she swore that this would be a council event. But Iida and Riley, perhaps now, are fighting back, keeping it from being that. Well, Emily was in a submission hold for the arm breaker, but now managing to fight back, suffering from the pain. And Iida saying, I'm tired of being rammed against the barricade. You're not going to ram me again. And now straight shot to the head. And now that chokehold once more. That sleeper variation. Will Emily tap out? Or will she fight? And no. Iida's suffering now. Worn out. Emily kind of wasting time there, preening. She should be focusing on this match. She really only has 2 minutes left to at least take us into overtime. And now Iida going for the safety net, and no. But she still has that 1 point, and now 2 minutes left. 2 minutes of active competition. And Emily just desperately going with that barricade. Now Iida firing back. And now that choke drop. Now going for a quick cover. Emily having a minute and a half left. And no, Iida holding on. Will Iida walk out of here? The only one with a point. And with the Women's Championship. Emily's face hard against that announce table. Now Emily fighting back. Neck breaker. And now those knees barreling hard into the midsection. Emily taking a breather, but she's got less than a minute. Less than a minute to score a point. Her only hope here now is to send this thing into overtime. And now knee press, drop down across the back. DDT onto the mats. Emily's has to get up. Emily now with the pin call cover. Will this tie it? Will this be enough? And no, Iida fighting back. 15 seconds left, and Emily cannot believe it. Emily down on the canvas, or down hard. And Iida victorious here. Successfully retaining the Women's Championship with a score of 1-0. SummerSlam is becoming an anti-council matchup, and there we see the first Paradise shot. Unfortunately, neither Paradise shots were enough. 3 elbows off the top rope, straight to the outside. Emily's vicious style, unable to put Iida away. And there she is, still the women's champion, Iida Atsuko. There will be some heavy celebrating in the Glow Girls locker room tonight. Perhaps not just the Glow Girls locker room, but the locker room for every female competitor. But of course, we still have Lilac and Summer Holly Madison to go for night 2. The council is not through just yet. And here he comes, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Money in the Bank, Roger Desmond. Just last week, Natural Greatness showed off their skills against the team of Moose and King Valentine by defeating them in that non-titled matchup. So there is proof that they can win the Tag Team Championships for the first time here tonight in London, England. As we're not certain about the teamwork stylings of the Natural and the Greatness, given the differences of careers they have taken following their feud with Spectational. The Natural going on to win the $1 Million Championship before losing it, and Roger Desmond winning the Money in the Bank ladder match. But here they are together once more, challenging for the tag team titles, the very titles that they were unable to achieve against Spectational. Here he comes, the former $1 Million champion, Tony J. Smith, the Natural. Possibly a future Universal champion, of course. Saw him make it all the way to the finals in the King of the Ring tournament, only to lose to rival Jamie Hill. Smith has been rather bitter about that loss ever since. He has a chance to right that wrong here by winning the Tag Team Championships. Of course, he was on the right path by winning the $1 Million Championship in that little feud he had with Number Guy. Unfortunately, in the following challenge, it was Number Guy who won the title back at Battleground in that triple threat. Strut there by the Natural, showing that he is ready, he is confident, he is willing and able to go for the gold once more. And here he comes, one half of the Tag Team Champions, King Valentine. Valentine and Moose having a loose association with the council. They aren't honorary members. At least they aren't. They're just basically hired guns. Stephanie had plans to expand the council, but it looks like she needs to strengthen her own in-house department before expanding any further. So this could not bowl very well for either King Valentine or Moose here, as we've seen the council unable to secure any victory thus far. And here comes Moose. Truly tag team champions, Moose copying the entrance of King Valentine. I don't know how King Valentine feels about that. Moose just proud to be a part of a team. I don't think he quite understands the association that this team has with Stephanie McMahon. Anyway, here he is, just out here looking for a good time. After losing his manager Maple to the World Heavyweight Champion Craig Stevens, who of course will be in action on Night 2 of SummerSlam. He'll be facing off against his brother Stan the Man Stevens. And that's what this one is all about, the Tag Team Championships. The challengers' natural greatness. There have been a number of challengers here in West of Wrestling to take on King Valentine and Moose. That is Rough and Tough, Area 51, and now Natural Greatness. Natural Greatness, of the three teams, the only two members to actually score a pinfall victory over the current running tag team champions. Of course, King Valentine and Moose got the tag team championships from Canuck and Crackerjack. Crackerjack still out on injury after suffering the backstage attack from that unknown assailant. And hopefully he will return as we wish him a speedy recovery. They're the dominating tag team force. Referee taking the tag titles, perhaps to be given to Natural Greatness by the end of this one, but we will see. Roger Desmond ready, and it looks like King Valentine will be facing off for his side, and now Roger with a straight kick. And immediately King Valentine knocked off his feet. We saw last week it was a hard effort just to get him down, and now Roger knocking him down a second time. All the troubling facts with the tag team champions is that all they have to do is just hit him with one hard move, and the momentum is shifted just like that. Hence perhaps why Roger is very quick, trying to keep Valentine down, trying to get him grounded, trying to get him from doing anything. And now Valentine fighting back, and it's over now for Roger Desmond. As it will be showing of strength now from Moose and King Valentine. Roger, you put up a valiant effort. Roger fighting back, sweeping out Moose's legs. Roger tagging out before either man could do too much damage to him, and now Tony J. Smith suffering the downfall of that decision. I was going to say it was actually excellent teamwork by Roger and Tony. Now Tony J. Smith fighting back, getting those stomps in, and a knee to the lower back. As I said, Natural Greatness fighting for that one spot in the tag division that they have yet to hold, that being the very top. Now Moose with that double underhook suplex, and Tony just thrown hard across the ring, and Tony looked a bit loopy as he was crawling towards Valentine. And now Moose again, show of strength. As I said, this is all it's going to become for the next while now. Now tag out to King Valentine. Moose leaves the ring. Roger was aiming for the tag. The Natural is all the way across the ring now, and now shot to the gut. Tony's slow to his feet. Now a quick tag out to Roger. Utilizing some tag team offense there, something you don't really see from Natural Greatness. Roger staying on top of things. Quick strikes, but now it's a trip that turns things around, and now King Valentine sending Roger into the corner. Valentine remaining still. What's Tony doing? And Tony distracting the referee. Perhaps not the most prudent thing to do when your partner is in the corner of the opponents. Roger fighting back with that jawbreaker, ducking underneath, but misses, ducking that clothesline. Now Moose with a fist drop. Both Moose and Valentine hopping out of the ring there. And Moose now, middle turnbuckle. Again, this is something that we don't normally see. And Moose drop kicking Roger in the face. And Moose taking a perhaps well-deserved time to show off on the crowd. Showing that he is not just strength, he is athleticism as well. And Roger brought to his feet. Fireman's carry. No snapmare. And almost a suplex. Still, Roger did get him up. And now Roger going for greatness. And a shot to the back. Tony actually interrupted greatness, but perhaps that was the point. And Roger now going again. Will he hit it? And yes! Roger with greatness. Here comes Valentine taking out Tony. Tony is out of this one, but who knows for how long. All we know is that we could have had new tag team champions. And now Roger is taking on both Moose and Valentine at the same time. Not a good place to be. Backbreaker elbow. And now it's Roger's turn to feel the full weight and might of King Valentine. And he rolls away, but to no avail. Coming back in, caught by Valentine, and now flung off the top rope. And Tony's still on the outside. Roger doing everything he can to fight back. Trying for a swinging neck breaker. Valentine pushes himself free and scoop slam. Now a hard clubbing blow, and Tony is up on the apron. And Tony getting the tag. Tony is in this thing. Drop kick to Valentine's face, and Roger rolls to the outside. Valentine with the choke slam. No. Tony manages to elbow his way out. And now backbreaker. So Moose trying for a tag, but to no avail. And now, beautiful cutter there by Tony. Moose in the ring, and now Roger as well. Roger certainly sprung to life there. Now a hard kick, or hard shot there. Side Russian leg sweep there to King Valentine. Now another backbreaker. And Tony has just been on fire. That stalling knee to the back. Valentine fighting back. Tony sent into the corner. And King just stomping away on him. And now Moose. Back to Valentine. And there's nothing Tony can do about this. Moose coming back in. And a low drop kick there. Straight into Tony's chest. And Tony falling into the pin, and Roger coming in to make the save, and now Roger being thrown to the outside, and Moose yelling out on him. But Moose doesn't seem to be done with that. Moose getting tangled up in the ropes, having to come back in. The rope, at least the bottom rope, extra elastics. Now double backbreaker there to Tony. And Moose once more going for the deadlift. Roger up on the apron. Tony fighting back. That one barely scathed Moose. Moose showing off his strength. Tony can't believe it. And Tony just rammed into that top turnbuckle. A valiant effort thus far by Natural Greatness, but this thing seems to be going in the way of King Valentine and Moose retaining, but Tony managing to counter out of that one. Nice little takedown there by Tony. Hard clothesline, and again, 2 clotheslines. Ducks that one, power slam. And now tag out to Valentine. And Valentine running right through. Missing that time though. And Moose is out of it. A perfect time for Tony to get in on a finisher. And what's this? No, DDT off the ropes. DDT off the ropes. Backdrop by Valentine. Almost looked as though Valentine was going for the camel clutch there earlier, but no. Tony J. Smith now fighting back. But Valentine coming around, showing that these two men are just changing punches now. Valentine ending it all with a fireman's carry. Now fall away slam there by Valentine. You see Roger still worn out there in the corner. Now hard stomp. Nice little hip toss there by Tony J. Smith. Tony sending Valentine up onto the top. What's he have planned here? Hard shot to the side of the face there. Just for good measure. Wait a minute. No, not off the top. Not off the top. Cut her off the top rope. Now Tony with the cover. Cut her off the top. And yes, for the first time, the Natural Greatness win the tag team titles. They are the tag team champions. Sending the ref out of here. What is this? What is this now? Natural Greatness, sore winners. Just stomping away, beating up on Moose. King Valentine has already been sent to the outside, as has Moose. Natural Greatness sending a message to the rest of the tag team division. They are the future. There she is, the leader of the Evil Girl, Spice, former member of the council. This one a special challenge just made just a few days ago. It is leader versus leader. Spice taking on Stephanie in a Spice's Rules matchup, which means that submissions are the only way for victory. Given that the way that this night has been going thus far, things do not seem rather fitting for Stephanie to be the winner, although she will be likely taking out her frustrations after having lost her chance for the Women's Championship, opening this matchup with Kitty losing in record time, and now her loose associated tag team champions have lost their titles. is really not the way that Stephanie had envisioned SummerSlam to go. Of course, we saw her earlier tonight for a brief cup of coffee in the corner of Kitty, now coming out on her own. I figure her motto for this match is, if you want something done right, you do it yourself. Last time we saw the Council taking on the Evil Girls, it was the Council Evil Girls Gauntlet Challenge, in which Summer Holly Madison worked her way throughout the entire group. That's what earned her the Vixens Championship contendership, which she'll be getting on night 2 of this event. We see the time limit. It is 60 minutes, although it is not a Iron Woman style matchup. It is just a single submission. Spice already trying for as many submissions as she can. This we're not going too well for the general manager of West of Wrestling, and Spice just quickly running rampant on Stephanie. And just a disrespectful slap there. Spice pulling back on Stephanie's leg, extending the hip muscles. Stephanie finally getting out. Unfortunately, the Council isn't exactly known for housing any submission specialists, although I don't know who would have been able to train Stephanie for this matchup. However, she's got the Boston Crab, so she at least knows something. But when it comes to submissions, Spice is the woman to watch. Of course, the last time we saw these two fighting, it was over leadership of the Council, in which Spice won. And now Spice locking in the Spice Rack. And yes, Stephanie taps out. Wait a minute, what's this now? And here comes Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss was a hopeful for the Council. She failed in assaulting Roxie just a few weeks ago and was being punished against Queen Amazonia in that steel cage match. And now here she comes. Now Alexa Bliss on the corner of Spice. And Alexa Bliss looks like she's here to get some revenge against Stephanie. This is definitely not the way that Stephanie thought that things would go here. And thus far, this entire thing has just been Spice continuing the assault. And now Alexa Bliss making it clear she's here for Stephanie. But Stephanie tossing away Alexa. It looks like Alexa had brought a referee of her own here. This is an impromptu tag or handicap matchup. It very well could be. Stephanie doing what she can to fight back, surprised that no other member of the council has come out to her aid. And Stephanie propelled back hard. Standing her turn around by Little Miss Bliss, and Stephanie rolling up into the apron. She should have kept going, and now Alexa coming in, knocking her all the way out. And now this thing is going to continue on to the outside. And Spice with a turning leg drop there. Now each one taking a turn, just stomping down on Stephanie, and Stephanie fighting back. Valiant effort by the leader of the council, but Spice coming in from behind, missing that shot. And Alexa just rams into the corner. And this fight just continuing on the outside. Referee getting to 6 now. Hard jawbreaker. I don't think either of these two women, or really the three women, care about getting counted out here. And Alexa Bliss and Spice running back. And Spice interrupting the count. Spice attempting a suplex, and Stephanie's only counter there being, it's Alexa interrupting the Bulldog. Now Stephanie seeing stars, quite literally and figuratively. Stephanie fighting back, but again, Alexa taking her down. And this time Spice can't break up the count, and Spice and Alexa Bliss victorious here, leaving Stephanie beaten and broken on the rampway. A bit of retribution now for Alexa Bliss. I suppose she's no longer going to be trying for the council. Anybody say Hell in a Cell action? As the council continue to get their asses kicked. We even have seen Alexa Bliss coming to get some revenge on Stephanie. It's really just to put an exclamation. Here we have a Backlash contendership. 6 Vixens will be competing in this one, with only one winner. This one is set to be epic. Perhaps very slow paced, I imagine. Former contender and a former champion now on her way to the ring. Actually, a former Vixens champion, the one to have dethroned Summer Holly Madison at Money in the Bank, only to lose her title at Battlegrounds in that triple threat match to Lilac. Of course, Roxie never cashed in her rematch clause, instead celebrating Lilac's win. However, if she wins this, she may claim that a clause, her title shot, on the Women's Championship. Perhaps Roxie will become the first Vixen to hold both titles. Give her a partner, and she could be the first woman even to hold all 3 of the female titles here in What's Up Wrestling. I'm sure that Roxie would try for Catherine, but I don't know what Catherine would say to that. Here comes Etsuko, representative of the Harem. The Harem will be challenging for the Women's Tag Team Championships on night 2 of this very event, though we don't know which 2 members will be in competition. Anya states that an issue that has plagued the Harem will be fixed for that matchup. What she means by that, we don't quite know for certain. By the way, Atsuko is fighting for a women's title or Vixen's title contendership here, as the Harem has been turning things around as of late. And Cyndi Sullivan could be continuing to capitalize on the momentum shared by her team leader, Spice, earlier. Cyndi Sullivan could walk out of here with a contendership or championship, bringing the first title for the Evil Girls. And there we see Kaio. Still an enigma here in the Vixens division. She's had a few matches on show, a few victories, even a little mini feud with Honey Rydell. The problems between the 2 of them seem to have been worked out, as Kaio now participates in this Hell in a Cell matchup. We now await the arrival of the final competitor in this one. And it is Kimberly. Kimberly making her main roster debut here. Kimberly, an MMA fighter. It's an impressive record to her belt. Former middleweight champion now making her West Up Wrestling debut. And what a debut it would be, winning this matchup, securing a title shot, and perhaps even getting a title match for her second show at Backlash. And here we are. The cell now lowered. It is down to 1 pinfall. This is not an elimination style. And then we see Kimberly taking on Cyndi, Catherine with Etsuko, and Roxie and Kaio going at it near the top. And Roxie throwing Kaio straight to the outside. It is false count anywhere. And Kimberly taking a break in the corner. And now Kaio and Roxie fighting over by the stairs in that far corner. Atsuko with that toss, dropping Catherine down, and now it looks like Kaio was trying to get back into the ring. Now Roxie utilizing the outside environment, Cyndi turning things around on Kimberly, and Atsuko and Catherine still going at it. like Catherine has turned her attentions onto someone else. Now it's turning them to Kaio. But Kaio is a bit too busy getting beaten up by Roxie. And now Catherine just coming out of nowhere, catching Roxie with a backdrop. As Kimberly takes things over now with Cyndi. Atsuko coming back, she's not quite done with Catherine. Kaio on the outside recovering. As is Roxie. Thus far, no pinfalls or submission attempts. Now Roxie laid out on the outside, or Catherine, sorry. Kaio coming back in. Waiting for her chance, and she comes right back after Roxie. And now Cyndi coming in after Kaio. Everyone wanted a piece of Kaio. And Cyndi, first cover of the match. And Etsuko rebounding Roxie off the ropes with that superplex. And now Catherine coming in. Kimberly on the outside recovering. Utilizing the apron to get back to her feet. And Kaio still wants a piece of Roxie, and she finally gets it. And Kimberly now taking over where she left off with Cyndi. And everyone is back to their original dance partner, Catherine and Etsuko. Kaio now rolled to the outside once more. Now Cyndi dropping Kimberly straight hard onto her face. Roxie standing by watching Catherine. Perhaps a sign of the future, with Roxie and Catherine working as a tag team. And now Kaio and now Kimberly going for the pinfall, but Catherine notices it. Corner of her eye. Now it's Kimberly. Sorry, it's Cyndi and Catherine. And now, oh! Kimberly leaving herself open there for Catherine. You do not want to do that, and Kimberly learning that the hard way. And now Catherine going straight for Roxie, missing her shots. And now, oh, Roxie almost getting the cat's meow, and now Roxie thrown to the outside. Catherine going out to join her as Atsuko is left in the ring with Kaio. Cyndi on her feet. And now Catherine thrown back inside, and Atsuko. Looked like Atsuko was about to powerbomb, and oh, Roxie trying for her cat's meow on Catherine, trying to catch the back of her head, missing it there. And now Roxie with the cat's meow on Kimberly. And Kimberly is laid out, and Roxie with the final nail. Roxie getting the final nail, sorry. Roxie and Kimberly both laid out. And now Kaio going for the cover. 2. And yes, Kaio winning it. No one even noticed Kaio. Everyone just thought that she wouldn't be anything here. Everyone just wanted to beating her up, throwing her to the outside. Presumably everyone just thought of her as the ring's punching bag, but no, coming out on top is Kaio with a future title shot. And it is main event time, Night One of SummerSlam, the Universal title on the line. Jamie Hill and Dork Killer ladder match. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? Back home. And here we see the former Universal Champion, man who won it at Money in the Bank, lost in a battleground, and now cashing in his rematch clause, and this will be the final time these two competitors will be facing off. Even if Jamie Hill wins, there will be no rematch for the Dork Killer. Jamie Hill ready for this one. He's got the inspiration going. Just last week it was Dexter Spectacular defeating Dork Killer, although with a hard-hitting DDT on the outside. Dork Killer coming without his title belt. Of course, that is because it is hanging high above the ring. The only way in which a winner will be declared is by climbing a ladder and retrieving the Universal title belt. Since the inception of What's Up Wrestling, the Dork Killer has essentially been a shark circling around the Universal title. Now this could be the very last time he fights in a Universal title match for some time. That is, if he fails to retrieve the belt, as we see there in the corner of your screen. We see the ladder showing the fans and the title that this one is all about. Both men now staring each other from across the ring, just waiting for that bell. Jamie Hill is ready. Dork Killer is ready. Dork Killer knowing to take Jamie Hill seriously. It was that lack of interest that cost him the title back at Money in the Bank. To later regain it, and now he could lose it all over again, although mainly because this is match more works in Jamie Hill's favor. Now Dork Killer doing what he can to take out the challenger early on in this matchup. Kicking hard, knee to the back, and Dork Killer already telling the crowd this one is over. But Jamie Hill fighting back and runs right into a back elbow. Now Jamie's throat caught right up the top rope there, but Jamie showing that fighting spirit, fighting back. To prove that he can be a two-time Universal Champion here. Dork Killer hitting the ropes and tilt-a-whirl side slam. And Jamie faulting off the rope with a rope and hitting his knee against the canvas there in an awkward way that could cost him later in this matchup. Hitting the ropes, just showing he's got the athleticism, the speed, and the stamina to keep going, or perhaps just loosening out his leg a bit, and now catches a backbreaker. The Dork Killer with a leg drop, calling Jamie to his feet. Jamie can't respond, and a fist drop. Now it's Dork Killer hitting the ropes and just getting in some speed for that stop, and now just stomping down on Jamie's leg. Dork Killer having seen the injury, he's going to take advantage of it, and Dork Killer going outside and now introducing the ladder into the fold. Jamie Hill fighting his way back up. Dork Killer picking up the ladder, and the ladder just falls right on top of the Universal Champion. And Dork Killer trying to get Jamie out of the ring so he can climb up and take them down. And on the plancha, top rope diving, the back of Dork Killer's head hitting that ladder. And now Jamie taking a page out of Summer Holly Madison's book, and Dork Killer lying on top of that ladder. Now Jamie with the ladder, standing it up. Dork Killer up to his feet. It looked like Jamie Hill was about to do a power bomb. It was a power bomb that brought him to the game in the beginning. And now Dork Killer trying to retrieve the title belt. And Jamie Hill from behind, but Dork Killer still. Jamie Hill again, and again, 3 times. Jamie Hill has to do more than that. And Jamie Hill managing, yes. And Jamie Hill just getting the shots, finally getting up, and Dork Killer brought off the ladder. Dork Killer having a fair bit of time there. Jamie trying for an enziguri, and now with a jawbreaker. Now Jamie Hill dropping Dork Killer down. Jamie having to make a choice, keep up the assault. And he's going to keep up the assault. Jamie Hill going to the top rope. And misses with the leg drop. From the top rope is not where you want to signal for things. And Dork Killer thrown all the way to the top rope. And slingshotted off the top rope. And Jamie Hill going for the title belt. This could be it. Dork Killer still laid out. Dork Killer is laid out. Jamie Hill almost has it. Dork Killer showing some life. Dork Killer needs to react, and yes, Jamie Hill wins. Jamie Hill, 2-time Universal Champion. Do you believe in miracles, ladies and gentlemen? Dork Killer is out of the Universal title scene. Jamie Hill continues on. There he is, the moment of truth. Jamie Hill can't believe it. Jamie Hill victorious atop the ladder. Wait a minute. What is this? Roger Desmond. Jamie Hill is worn out. Roger, backbreaker. And no, Roger Desmond cashing in his money in the bank, bringing a referee. And Jamie Hill, greatness. And now the referee, no. Roger Desmond, the winner. Cashing in his money in the bank. Greatness out of nowhere. And there you see the 1, the 2, the 3.
There ain't no next in line you'll find here.
Jamie Hill fighting hard.
At least 3.5 to keep your
Finally reclaiming the Universal title. And just like that, it's stolen away by Roger Desmond. Roger cashing in his money in the bank. The new Universal Champion.
Cause these days I pray when take flights. I sleep and smoke all day and work nights. Rock, right or left coast, it's only right I give a toast as the host to all y'all folks. Hi, it's Tommy Heather for madness as we throw down. We bring the six
tag team titles weren't enough. We will see you tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot believe this.
¿Qué onda, muchacho? Arriba las